Sup, you fools! Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. I can even make it through my intro without laughing. Welcome, I suppose, to the Festivali Kenges post show. This is for the second show / semifinal that just has completed, and boy, was that a marathon and okay, let's just say it, hot mess. And it is really late. It's past midnight in most of Europe, some certain parts already 1 in the morning. So I'll keep this hopefully short because I don't think a lot of people will still be up and interested. But let's talk for it anyway. And you can always watch it, the rerun, at a later point. So I have so many thoughts right now. First of all, we were told, and I saw it on other websites as well, that tonight's semifinal show was supposed to have a bunch of eliminations. Clearly, that was not the case. So we're just waiting and waiting through the show to see, okay, what are the results? And then boom, they're done. I was really super duper confused. So this is where we're at. Okay, apparently, we do not have elimination. That means all 22 acts will perform tonight. Only in Albania, which will be a returning theme of the night, because we had yesterday's shows where they performed the same songs with just an orchestra. Tonight, they all got to perform again. Now the studio version, nothing has changed, and now they get to perform again tomorrow. Why do they get to do this 3 times in a row when there are no changes, no results, no eliminations whatsoever? I am so confused. So I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, okay, resultata, or whatever they call it in Albania, and then boom, it's gone. Then I see the credits. I'm like, this does not compute. This does not make sense. So I am heavily super duper confused, just like you guys are. But I'm just going to go for this real quick since we don't have results. This is very disappointing. So we'll only have the results tomorrow. But if they're going to do the same thing as they did last year, we're only going to get the winner, actually. It's really boring results. So apparently somebody posted a link right now as the results are coming in. Oh, so here are the updates, people. The 14 finalists will be announced later on, post-festival. So that is what's happening, y'all. Breaking news. The results will be posted shortly. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go through the actual songs right here, right now. And not the results. See, my brain is already all over the place. The performances of tonight, and then as the results come in, hopefully within the next few minutes or 30 minutes, we'll then discuss them. So this is where we're at. Thank you for sharing the link on Twitter. Let me know as results come in. I'm trying to switch back and forth tonight. I'm by myself. Yesterday I had my Roy with me, who is not here tonight, so I'm going to do this all by myself. Tomorrow we will have Calvin with us when we discussed before the show, and after the show we're going to do another live stream. So, oh man, once again, only in Albania. So let me go through the real quick. So as I pointed out, we did a live stream yesterday where we discussed the versions with the orchestra. Today there have been a lot of changes with the staging because now it's pre-recorded everything for the most part. And boy, I have so many opinions. Let's go for these 22 really, really fast right now. I'm not, I don't want to bore you too much. And interesting enough, a lot of the favorites performed at the very beginning, which I'm like, is that a coincidence or is there more to it? I don't know. I have no idea in Albania. But the first song of the night was Janida Malikwi, and she's one of the fan favorites, right? And myself included. If you watch my reaction video, she was at that point my number 1. About tonight, again, I'm surprised that she went first. Changes from last night, 4 dancers. They're all wearing black outfits during a mysterious dance. And they added more backup vocals during the chorus, which is something I suggested yesterday. Thank you for listening. I'm sure they're not listening. But hey, I still think if this were to win, they need to add more ooh, ah. Not like what I'm doing, but professional singers. during the chorus just to add it because it's beautiful. It has like this ethnic sound to it, which I'm really digging. It's good, and it's so good, the song. It's so good. So this is not off my radar yet, but I was hoping for a little bit more, but this is still in the running. This is absolutely still in the running, depending on the outcome of the qualifications. But so people are saying, by the way, after the show, the singers have interviews and will be announced the results. So I have the live stream still up, but it's currently commercial, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen. This is the beauty of live coverage, right? And nobody knew what was going to happen. So hey, at least we're doing what we can. People are pointing out in the chat as well, I'm paying attention, that the LEDs, the background has to change. I will agree with that, but she has the vocals, and I think she has the look, and with a good revamp, she has the song. Hopefully the jurors will put her through. She deserves the final, and then really battle it out tomorrow night. The second song of the night was Artemisa, Miti, and Phoebe Shurti, and this was the song, as we pointed yesterday, that was initially even not in the running. One song withdrew, and they were added to the lineup, and I think it's one of the better songs. I don't like rap, right? I don't like rap, so that's also the part I don't like. The changes right now from yesterday, and that applies to a lot of songs. Pyros were added, fire a little bit. Seems random, but at least I have that. It works better, the song with the studio version, than with an orchestra. And what happened, though, with the random guy on stage all of a sudden? He was not there yesterday, if you watched. He's part of the backup vocals. Why? It's confusing. But he added, even a short solo for himself. I'm like, okay. Definitely, though, if this were to win, they need a little bit more movement on stage. It seems a little bit too wooden. And one thing that bothers me, look at the backdrop, right? Because some of the acts have beautiful backdrop with green and nature and faces and whatnot, and then they come on stage and they use something that you can find in Windows 95 as a screensaver. And it was just not pretty to look at. This has potential, definitely a potential, a very strong chorus. Let me know what you guys think. Somebody else pointed out, what is the extra man doing on stage? Your guess is as good as mine, Matthew. And we have seen that a lot today. A lot of people just showed up out of nowhere today. We had no idea what they were going to do. They changed up the songs. I mean, at least it gives us something to talk about, right? So people saying they like the performance, not my kind of song. I can see that. It's not for everyone. Again, I'm not big into the rap part. I feel as they could have done a little more melodic verses with that, but that is me. They don't move enough. People agree with me. So that's how I feel about this one. And if I'm slightly drifting off for a second, it's not because I'm bored or I don't care about you guys. It's because I'm keeping an eye out for the results as they are coming in. So, but we have to wait and see. So, these were the first two very good songs. Early on, this is a very good Festivali Kenges overall. The third song of the night was Mirut Nene, another fan favorite early on. And like yesterday, we were not harsh on him. It was fair criticism. He didn't sound good live at the beginning. Recovered a little bit. He seemed nervous today. It was better than last night, I will say that. But he is too quiet. He sings too quietly in the beginning, too soft. You can hardly hear him, right? It's like, I know the lower notes, and you cannot just shout them out, but you have to kind of crank it up a little. This is fixable, right? This is fixable. This is not a lost cause. Because the song in itself, as the standalone piece, is outstanding. It's beautiful. They have time until May to fix it, if they were to win. And when he hits those big notes at the end, they're just ridiculous. They're so good, and I love that part. I love the progression of the song. Don't count it out just yet. I would like to hear what you guys think. The random bench, though, at the very end, right? He stands, and then at the very end, he goes to the bench, and he's barefoot, and then he goes on there and cuddles himself on the bench and finishes the song. I'm like, totally rando. I'm like, I really like it, though. The song, I like him, I like the whole thing. It was just, it's better. I can see an improvement, and tomorrow, slay it. I'm sure he's going to qualify. I do hear all of that. So, Ikalon, you're saying you haven't heard any of the songs yet. Any of the finalists capable of achieving something at ESC? Yes, there are a bunch of them. I think Mirud, if he fixes the singing, could definitely impress. I'm pretty sure about that. So what else do we have? This was the third song of the night. And song number 4, and keep in mind, I'm trying to check Twitter all the time, but, you know, I'm distracted. Song number 4 was Claudiana Vata. And she was another very popular one, really surprised me a lot over the couple of days. Pointed out earlier, the arrangement right now is outdated. Sounds like Albania 2009. Carry Me in Your Dreams, and even Carry Me in Your Dreams was outdated. This sounds better than in this with the studio version. It's that kind of song though, so it makes sense. They added 4 dancers that they didn't have yesterday, wearing purple. The song definitely asked for that, a little bit more movement, so they're good to go on that. And all 4 songs are in the running are very popular with the fans. So weird. Some of the notes were a bit off, and I think vocally it was less good than yesterday. I'm gonna be honest, but once again, she can do it, right? So we have to wait and see. Some people pointing out, you know, some of the acts had a guest singer. I'm like, so weird. You're being judged right now by the juries. That could totally ruin it for you. So they may not be back tomorrow. It's just so weird. Festivali i Kenges. So I don't know. So next up was Lydia Luffy Refrem. I don't think this is a contender. She brought a male singer with her on stage as well, right? I think actually, if they're going to stay, it was actually a smart decision because it added harmonies, something that the song really needed actually. But I don't think he'll be back tomorrow. I'm not even sure. Not saying that's enough, but it's better than what it was before. And it grew on me a little bit. I repeat my criticism that I've been doing the entire time. I wasted energy on the verses. They're so quiet, disjointed, doesn't work with the chorus. So I just don't see this one actually being a contender. But I think they tried, and I do like her voice. She did deliver from that angle. Okay, now I see a few links on here. I'm paying attention. I see on the live stream right now, Amirud performing. Does it mean he qualified? I don't know. It's so hard to say. As I'm switching back and forth, let's keep going. Marco and Imbro Leila. I love that song, and tonight they brought on Aurela Grace. She was representing Albania in 2011. She's a famous singer in the country. I think she won Festivali Këngës 3 times, actually. I love the song. The strong message, you know, the staging looked amazing. Really good with the woman, the hole in her tummy, because, you know, about a woman that is really young. It's a little distracting when you see the hole, but there's a message behind it. Definitely visually one of the best efforts so far. Love the chorus. If this wins, they got to get a proper revamp. They need to get Zelko Joksimovic from Serbia. He knows how to write a proper Balkan ballad. Let's hope they're going to do that if that were to happen. It went really big again in the audience, so I'm not counting this one out. I love the chorus. Need a revamp, as said. What else? Great voices. So we have to wait and see. It definitely climbed up in my ranking. So, yeah, it is very interesting. And I like Aurelia Grace. People asking what time is it in my home city? Well, I live in near Los Angeles in California. It's only 3 in the afternoon, 3:18. For you guys, it's really late. That's why I'm trying to be respectful of your time. We just have to wait for the results as they're coming in. If someone is paying attention to Twitter or anything, please let me know. I don't want to always just stare at the screen because I'd like to make a connection with you all, but it's not always easy when you do everything at the same time. So yeah, moving on. Next up, Orgeza Zaimi here, another fan favorite, and I like the song from the beginning. I thought it was a lot melodically and arrangement wise, but live was really good yesterday. Today she went completely the different way with her spiky silvery outfit, that stuff, and then with the red background with the two dancers, they're doing the shadow dance using their hands and acrobatic stuff. So she's definitely very, very creative. Comes down to personal taste. I don't think there's a real message behind the staging, at least. Maybe there is, but it's difficult to understand unless you really speak the language. But just two people dancing and her wearing a fun outfit, something that is worthy of a Lady Gaga. So I love Orgesa. I think she's a fantastic singer, a fantastic individual, and whether or not she's going to win, she is definitely someone I'm a big fan of, and she's going to get a big international fan base. And if she doesn't win this year, she needs to come back every year, because your time will come, and you are, stay true to yourself, and I love you for that. So the results show is following the news. So I guess we're going to do this live here. I probably should, oh gosh, this is, way too impromptu for my taste, but that's how we roll when we do that at Eurovision. Every year I have to be fairly creative as well when it comes to everything that's being thrown at you. So I am going to put on my headsets here real quick and listen to this sound in the background. Isn't this fun, my friends? Okay, so give me 2 hot seconds. I'm gonna turn. I can't hear a thing right now. Scooby-Doo. Okay, so after the news, we get the results. I just gotta turn. Okay, somebody actually shouted me when the results, when the news are over, so that I can switch back here. It's I'm multitasking here. Anyway, so that was Orgesa. That was my opinion about her. She has to qualify, right? She has to qualify. Number 8, Ilona. Oh gosh, Nikete Bote Kalimtare. And here's the first thing. Why was she wearing a nightgown? I mean, and then with the pearl necklace, it just wasn't a good look. I'm just being totally honest. She brought along tonight her traditional violin-looking-ish thing. It's a traditional way to play it. I don't know. It felt more jazzy tonight. It felt more jazzy than before. To me, it's a very eye-popping background. That was pretty. They also have the very jazzy, subtle male backup vocalists that really kind of added a little bit more. I don't think that was there before. I'm trying to remember. I don't think they were. But I can't say much else about this one. It's a song that just fades away unless you're really into that kind of music, right? And she's a great singer, though, no doubt. I just don't think it is going to leave a major impact overall. So this is all about Ilona. And if you have any thoughts about these singers as I go along, just make sure you post at ESC United in the chat so that I can see it. 9 was Boykin Lako. He was opening last night's show, if you watched it. He's a Festivali Kenges legend. I mean, he doesn't win it, but he takes part in it all the time. Lots of changes to this one as well. Now he brought along a very young singer. She was not part of it last night either, so I don't know if she's going to be back tomorrow. Probably not. Well, if he's qualifying. Not sure if it really helped overall. I mean, she does this ha ha ha, hoo hoo. And she had some harmonies here and there and sings along, but I don't know really it moved any mountains. I mean, there's only so much you can do with the song. I think it switched up a little bit because it was very monotonous, the song from the get-go. So at least that adds a little bit, but it's not enough. But hey, at least I tried. That is my opinion. So I'll keep switching back and forth between this and still news. Okay. Moving on, because we got still plenty of songs to talk about. Number 10 was Elton Deda. Kete Shisht. Okay, so anyway, Elton singing his song from behind the piano, right? I don't remember at least if he did that last night. I don't even remember anything about the song. The song that you hear in the back, it's a kind of song that you hear in the back of a hotel or a bar. It's pleasant enough, but doesn't really leave an impact. And strangely enough, He's also the artistic director of the Festivali, Kenges. So once he's done performing, he goes back on stage playing instruments and all of the stuff that he needs to do. And you see him again on stage playing the piano for another artist. It's so funny. Only in Albania, my friends. Only in Albania. But yeah, it doesn't really, not much to say about this one. What else? We got Elisa Hoxha with Peng. She certainly puts her heart into the song. Let's give her that. When she sings it, you can feel it. And it's a heavy and sad ballad. It's like about hostages and a very sad subject. So emotionally, it certainly does exactly what it set itself out to do, right? She looked classy tonight. I really liked her look. And I felt what she was delivering. And as I just pointed out, Elton, who was just performing before, was playing the piano because he's the artistic director. Yeah, I know. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Now, I don't see this one as a winner. I obviously never did, never will. But I find a certain charm in this one, and I was enjoying it for while I was on. But I will not go like cray-cray over it. So let's see what the results. Still nothing there yet. I keep switching back and forth. So what's next? Gjerki leka njedite chater. So what happened here? What the heck happened here? So was, that guy, the older guy, with the gentleman on stage, he wasn't there either. He was doing most of the singing. He wasn't there before. And yesterday, and it wasn't even an old guy. At the very end of the song, he did that gross thing where he ripped off his old man face mask, and it's a guy who's not even that old singing that. So I guess it was a song performed from the perspective of an elderly person. If that's the case, why not have an elderly person perform the song? Is that like a crazy thing to suggest? Maybe that's just me. And what about that little girl, by the way? That little girl, this is completely different from last night. Like, what was she doing there? And then the backdrop with the random shots at the faces of people. And then what's his name? Gjerke, he left the piano. And the little girl started playing, but she wasn't really playing. She was like pretending, like ding, 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 ding. Is that his daughter? I don't even know. This is the kind of song that's maybe for Festivali Këngës, not for Eurovision. But at least they switched it up. I suppose it's better from what we saw yesterday, because at least I remember it, maybe for the wrong reasons. Oh, results I'm hearing. Okay, let me turn this up. I have no idea what's happening. Eurotowally, thank you for the 10 euros. What's my opinion about and to hear my plea? I will answer that real quick. Sorry, because of the results are coming in. I like it now. I hated it back then. Now I'm listening to it and I'm like, you know what? It was heavy, sad. But I have more of an appreciation now than I did back then. You ask always the songs that it's interesting, when you ask me these questions, there always seem to be the songs that I like better now than I did back then. They're growers. They age better. That's my answer. Okay. Okay. So, as I'm listening to this, so they're handing around, I hope they're going to announce the qualifier first, and not who's eliminated. It's always a little depressing. I don't speak Albanian, so I'm always trying to pay attention to what they're saying, but I may not really understand what they're saying. So I have my Twitter up and see if something's going on. So you guys can focus on the results as well. I'm sure you're multitasking just like I am doing. It says Junita has been eliminated. Is that accurate? That would be shocking. Hello, hello. How do you know that? I don't see how this is. Where do you see that? Duarte, are you fooling me or are you serious? Okay, so keep in mind, no one's going to win tonight. We're 14 songs will move on out of the 22, which means 18 will get cut. Okay, you guys are just saying you think they're out. I don't think Orgesa is out. The thing is, though, tonight is 100% jury vote, right? If the juries are old-fashioned, they could get rid of some of the really, really popular ones. So I'm looking at it. Apparently, oh, are there any Albanians in the chat right now, or anyone that speaks Albanian that can translate to what's happening? Okay. Well, I'll just keep talking until the actual results come in. We were just talking about Gyake. I'm just going to go through them as we're talking. Q-Tim, Prodani, Babella. Not much to say here from my perspective. If you like that song, you'll like it. But I don't remember even what the staging was last night. It's just your average. Look, I'm behind the piano playing a old-fashioned Albanian song. I just wish they had more insight about this one. It was just not really remarkable or interesting to me. Even looking through your let's appreciate outdated songs binoculars, I have not a strong opinion about that one. So I see a lot of people are super concerned about your favorites being eliminated. I'm a little bit nervous myself, only because it's Albania. They're always so rando. Once again, Tawali, thank you again for your super chat. You really support this channel to the nth degree, and I am genuinely appreciative of that. So yeah, this is the guy who's actually doing the interview right now with some of the. Are these the artists? Yes. He often, or usually, it's also the spokesperson for Albania. He announces at this day and age, only the 12 points. So good to have him back. Eurotawali. I love all jury members because they share my music taste, but Bella for the win. You have a very unique taste. I'll give you that. And that is okay. That is great. We need diversity. I do, and I say it all the time. A lot of these songs to the younger ear seem a little bit outdated, but there is a place for it. It's not just a young people's contest. Eurovision is for everyone. And I'm all in favor of that. And sometimes it works even. We have seen songs that are a little bit on the daring, risky side, outdated, whatever you want to call it, and then they still work at Eurovision. So I totally get it. Thank you, Eurotawali. I love you more than words can say. It's just a beautiful song. Let me see. Somebody's asking, where do I see the show? Let me see if I can post the link here. Paste. Here, check out this link. I just posted it in the chat. So, while we're waiting, let's go through the list a little bit more. The next one is Awil Tilimi Tiduani. I love the song. I love the song. I love the angelic. Sorry. I'm not convinced that it has the mass appeal. I get it. It's not there, but I think it's just beautiful. And he sang it so well with so much passion, right? Except for the whole, he always does that holding the microphone and grabbing the camera thing. That's a move I don't like. It's so predictable. But did you see the backdrop? It was beautiful with the green grass. And the change from last night. It's that lady that started out walking from behind him on the stage and then starts playing the violin during the solo part, going all crazy in a very odd dress. I think that's a fair thing to say, right? It was effective staging. I think the performance was good. I really liked it. I think it's going to go through at least. Don't see it as a winner, but I see it as a qualifier, absolutely, and I just love it. Love, love, love it. Let me know what you guys thinking. I'm an old man trapped in a 17-year-old body. No, don't feel bad. It's very important that we have diversity in taste. Usually, in the last couple of years, actually, my taste was more in line with the mainstream, but before that, I was usually way off for it. Although last year, I was only one of the two people who loved Georgia, right? Georgia was one of my favorites last year, along with Israel, actually, and Austria, right? but I loved Georgia, and that is not necessarily a song that appeals to the younger crowds. So I know how it goes. I exactly know how it goes. Our World is asking, we do not know the 14 finalists yet. So I have the live stream on in the background, and I think most of you have as well. They're currently interviewing a group of people, some of the artists. We assume these are not the qualifiers. Nobody knows what they're saying. If someone pays attention to the social media world, Twitter, let me know. Oh man, only in Albania, only in Albania. Okay, so let's talk about Sony, Me e Forte. In Italy, you probably will not appreciate this one, but that's okay. First of all, she hosted the contest Festivali Kenges in 2005, and 13 years later, could she win this? Amazing. Did you see it? Everyone's jaw dropped when she came on stage. It felt like we're almost like we were at Eurovision. That's how professional it was. Modern, with the blue lights and lasers, proper choreography with the pushing around, with dark shadows the way they showed up at first. Yes, it gives you a little bit of a Fuego vibe, right? But let's be fair, it's just a popular style. Fuego was not like inventing that style. And I love Fuego, so I'm not picking on it, right? But, you know, it's not like the first song that ever has emerged. It's not a copycat, is the point I'm trying to make here. Especially if they keep it in Albanian, this could really be a contender because it stands out. They had smoke effects on stage on top of it, a colorful background. Add a little bit more bass in the revamp, right? I think this boom, 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 and just, of course, needs more energy, more bass, and more a bang. But it's gonna get a revamp if it were to win. It could go far. Could be, if it were to win, Albania's most contemporary entry to date. And the framework is there. I think it's really good, and she shocked me tonight. This is more than just on my radar. This screams winner right now, doesn't it? But again, this is Albania, and the Albanian old-fashioned juries may not go for it. But I can see the Eurovision crowd loving this one. Loving. Like, I apologize that both of the live streams are on mine and the results show. I had no idea that they were going to do that. No one really knew, so I don't want to just turn it off now. So I'll do what I can. Just pay attention to that one. Who cares about me? You can always watch mine in replay. Something like, I really loved her song. May or may not have been dancing in my kitchen. I won't tell anyone. I may or may not have done this at my desk while I was sitting here. So I'm not saying I did, but it's a possibility. No one will ever know. Janita and Sonia on top 3, Angelina is saying, is that a fact, or are you just hoping that's the case? I need to know the facts. You guys, don't confuse me. Don't confuse me. But anyway, Sonia, then Lorela Segini, by the way, while we're waiting, she performed Vet Me, and I forgot about this one when it came on. I'm like, what is this again? It's not a good sign, right, when you have that moment. The dancers, just like for everyone else, brand spanking new. They weren't there before. Good singer, and if you like that kind of song, it'll obviously be a satisfying performance, but I just don't think this will be a contender. Not just the it factor, you know, it's just not there. That's what I'm missing here, and it gets really wild at the end of the song, right, and you don't see it coming, and I would like that part better if it wasn't for the beginning that just doesn't match with that, so it seems just a little bit disorganized. It should have had a little bit smoother, more enjoyable transition. That was my opinion about it. So somebody's saying, if Sony wins, she said, it'll be translated into English, so it'll definitely have a wide international. And it's true, Eurotrash. When I say in Albanian, I just like the fact that having a modern, contemporary song in a language that we don't get to hear it in would be fun. But I understand why she wants to have more of a broader international appeal. Thank you for sharing that. That's good to know. So they're talking about those two songs, Janita and Sony, but did they qualify? What they usually don't do, I would be surprised if they say they're in the top 3. Unless you can confirm that, because last year they didn't even want to announce anyone outside of the top 3 in the finals. In the grand final, they just said, Eugen Bush Pepper is the winner. And that's it. And then later on, they told us who was in second and third place. But they didn't tell us the rest of the ranking because they don't want to hurt people's feelings. So it's just really, really weird. So, Angelina, I mean, I agree with you. Those two songs deserve to be in the top 3. Although there are a few songs, this is such a strong year in my opinion. Okay, let's move on. Clint Kolaku. What am I going to say about... Oh, yeah. So when I first reacted to it, you know, in my initial reaction video, I was like, this is, yeah, a ballad performed by a good singer. So, yeah. Then last night, it was a pleasant surprise. He sang it well. I was impressed. Tonight, he delivered again. Clint delivered. No doubt about it. He added the very expressive female dancer that wasn't there yesterday, just to fill the stage and add more stuff the camera can focus on, right? It worked to me. I don't think he needs it, though. He's a great singer, and he delivered. That's what I'm going to say. Thumbs up. Thumbs up from me. I don't think the song will ever be at my top, right? But gotta give credit where it's due. What do you think? Did you like him? Or you think it was just not enough? Somebody's asking, Arwell, was Janita doing well on today's show? I hope so, because it's my favorite. I talked about it earlier. You joined a few minutes after that. I thought she did good. I think she has still room for improvement. If we had a televote, I think she would easily go through. I'm always worried with the juries, what they're going to do. But I don't think she disappointed. There's still room for improvement, though. Matthew says, I hope they release the entire results this year in the finals. I hope so too. It's kind of silly. It was very anticlimactic last year when they're just like, you know, Albanian. You shouldn't push Peppa. Albanian. I'm like, wait, that's it? That's the result? We like fun results. So they're still talking. I can hear it in my ear. I don't know what they're saying. Why isn't anyone speaking Albanian? I'm keep refreshing my... social media, but everyone went to sleep, it seems. Let me go to latest if anyone says anything. Nope, still no updates. So, guys, I know a lot of you want to go to bed, so I hope they're going to give us the results soon. Let me just go through the songs and see where it goes. Alarband, Dashuria Nuk Miafton. Now, here's the thing. This is the Moldovan song that I really like. You know what I'm talking about, right? It totally sounds like Moldova, because that's the music we expect from last night. Both Roy and I said on the live stream that it needs to have more live on stage, right? It needs to come alive, and it's just not a very static song. You cannot just do like, and the energy is what we need here. And the colors they used on stage and the backdrop were appropriate. That totally worked. It just fell once again flat visually. They had the opportunity to do a little bit more fun. Traditional dancers or something like that, or have them move around and dance or just be playful with each other. None of that happened. Just something eye-popping was needed. I like the song. I still like the song. The guy on the piano and just the accordion, just showing that it's just not enough for this. I'm less enthusiastic about it as of right now. And I still like it though. So it's just really, really annoying. It's just really, really annoying. So I enjoy it, but we have to wait and see. So Denise saying, I was a bit confused with all these random people coming up on stage. Me too, Denise. So somebody said these are just guest folks that are performed tonight, which is so... Why? This is the moment for you to shine and impress the juries. Then you have some random singer pop up and mess it up for you? It's not even the final version then. It's only in Albania. I'm going to create a meme or something like that that says only in Albania and put something random up next to it. Somebody saying, me and my Albanian Kosovo friend were talking that result announcements need to have change. Last year results were announced 3 a.m. UK time. Are you kidding me? Well, we're not going to stay up UK time here then. I'm going to finish my review, and then if it's over, it's over. But that is ridiculous. I was really hoping that we could talk about the results tonight. Only in Albania. All right, so what's next? Kelly. Me, Nitjen. I whined a lot about this one initially, the auto-tuned ballad thing, so I'm not going to go hung up on that too much now. Now, this is live now, so that's what I should focus on. Once again, significant change here. Kelly, a solo singer, and that's kind of what the title suggests, was alone on stage yesterday. And then now all of a sudden, another dude with him on stage. I'm like, what are you doing there? So actually, this is a good idea overall. It's better than that way. I guess they just can't do that on the actual song, right? That singer's going to go away again. Only in Albania. I wish they actually would sing together rather than just taking turns and having some harmonies going on. It's pretty enough for me to enjoy it, not strong enough for me to vote for it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Tasha is saying, if it's anything like last year, I'm not staying up. Well, I was going to say me neither, but I live in California. So it's only 3:44 in the afternoon here. So I will be up, but I will not be live streaming at this point. Okay, so then the next one is Dilan Reka Karma. I have so many opinions about this one. Oh my god, it hurts. Dilan, he dropped his aviator glasses that he was wearing yesterday, like the yellow ones, and instead replaced it with like this big box, glass box, for like, and then he was standing behind it for 20 seconds, then walked away, WTF. What else? Now, all of a sudden, there was another person there. His voice was not on point, by the way, first of all. Let me go for that first. He sounded better last night. He was off-key a lot. And then he brought the dancer, which wasn't there yesterday, just like the box. And then he ripped off her mask, like, and then she was messing up the glass with paint, you know. I'm like, I guess that's art. I don't get art. Thanks for trying, though. I know that he was trying. I just wasn't quite impressed tonight. And once again, that very last note, I think that killed all kittens in a 2-mile radius. That's how bad it was. Oh man, I couldn't do it. So the result show is only scheduled to last an hour or so. We should find out within the 30 minutes. So Tom da Scope Master, don't look at that. It's Albania. They also said the show would start at 8:45 and then it didn't start for another 45 minutes. I don't know why Albania has a TV guide. They should just say, you know what? We're on when we're on. It's Albania, so you can only take it with a grain of salt. I've learned that lesson years ago, and yet I forget every single year and fall for it. It is crazy. Okay, so somebody's saying, also Andrew just said that the results will be announced in just a few minutes. Okay, I'll stay on for that. I haven't eaten yet, my friends. It's 3:47 and I still haven't had lunch. That's how dedicated I am. That's how much I love you. There are only 2 songs left, by the way, that I have mentioned. Iranda Libohova. She doesn't want to win, right? So, what the hell? What the hell? She had this amazing French feel traditional song. I genuinely enjoyed it yesterday, right? And instead, she decided to just drop it all, have one guy with an acoustic guitar perform it, and then she turned it into a duet with that woman. Sounds nothing like the song that we should expect. What the heck? I'm serious. This is not what she should have done, unless she knows that she's going to qualify and just did this. What the hell? The irony is her backdrop was full of big question marks, right? And that is exactly what popped up in my head when I saw this performance. Like, it's so appropriate. This is no longer at my top, and it was really high. It was really high in my ranking. After tonight, it dropped significantly. Yes, this is the kind of song you maybe perform like in a studio, like at the radio station or in a podcast. This was just no. Only in Albania. It just continues that theme. Nixie is saying, he said in a few minutes, but who knows? I know, who knows, right? They fooled us before many times, Albania, so I'm not falling for it. I'm not going to get blindsided again. I love y'all. Y'all are way funnier than I am. According to Albania's Twitter page, a juror has said she doesn't want Sony to win. Not that she's against Sony, but that there are many rumors of Sony's victory. The rumors should not be confirmed. How can she win? The show's not even on yet. Okay, so I checked different websites as far as how the voting is concerned. I'm still confused. I'm still confused exactly how much of a say the televoters have this year and how it's all going to pan out. But it seems as if that is true, that there are some people actively trying to prevent a Sony win. Albania, what's wrong? Unless you really don't want to win Eurovision or do well. I'm not saying there are other good songs, but you know what I mean. You should never have a juror speak out like that. That is insane, and I'm very vehemently defend Sony on that. Okay, so Blonde Boy BC, you're asking how Janita did. She performed well, but we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. We don't have the results yet, but she did what she had. I've talked about all of them except for Bruno. Nuke Cast Stop. I really started to like this one quite a bit, actually. Now, I think the staging tonight was great. That's how you do it. The ladies playing the trumpets and the trombones in the back, right? They were, and he was wearing like suspenders and a bow tie. It was a really good look. They moved around a bit, you know, like swinging back and forth, like as you were playing the trumpet. I think this was very well executed. Very well done. I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It should qualify, in my opinion. Not a winner, but entertainment-wise, this was top-notch to me. And one of the better efforts overall tonight. I really, really enjoyed it. So we have to wait and see. I am so excited about the results. And I wasn't planning on doing them live here, but now we get to do them live. Okay, somebody's saying that's not true about Sony, the person who said it was not a member of the jury. So relax, people. Nexi, thank you for pointing that out. I don't speak Albanian. I can only go by what I see on social media and what's in the chat. So don't hate on me. I'll do what I can. So yeah, so if that's just a random person saying it, then who cares? Who cares? So they said in a few minutes they would give us the results. Still no results. According to this, the results show is over in 9 minutes. So they're going to go for the results. Bang, 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 bang. Or we're going to have to wait again a long time. Albania. Okay, now my live stream actually froze. Let me refresh that thing. So, you tell, thanks for your dedication to all the finals. I love Eurovision, so it's not that difficult for me. I'll just do it. Okay, the live stream is back on. Phew, was getting nervous there for a second. Okay, I'm on Twitter. So Marcus says that he was much more nervous tonight than yesterday, especially because Aurela Gasse was assisting the performance tonight. That was Marcus said. In case you're wondering, Bruno said just a moment ago that everything was fast with the preparation, that he felt fine on his performance as a solo artist. I'm just reading what it says on Twitter. Artemisa, she said that the artist should enjoy the experience and let the nerves not be in their way. That is a good advice, right? Just have fun on stage and do your best and make yourself and everyone else around you proud. And then the rest, it's not up to you. And you don't win all the time. So, very interesting. Hashtag own in Albania. I'm going to trademark that, Tom. I came up with that. I'll sue you. I'm in America. We sue people all the time. Now, seriously. I know, right? We need that hashtag. You'll get to say the results live if we get it before tomorrow. I don't know if I get to announce them because I don't know if they're just going to read them and I don't speak Albanian. So we have to wait and see. I'm going to open another window here. I have like 500 browsers open right now because I don't know what's going on. Let me go back to Twitter here. Because I would laugh my behind off if they're just going to do this interview and then they just post the results online and no one notices it. Because you know how they work. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. I am just waiting for the results. I'm going to Twitter right now. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to post them at ESC United. I'm getting silly right now because I'm trying to entertain myself. I've got to have some Starbucks here. Caramel macchiato. Delicious. Okay, so no news yet. So just hang in tight there. There's a new tweet coming out saying one of the jurors says that the performances won't change her decision. She says it's a song festival. That is what, according to the Eurovision Albania Twitter account. You should check that out. That channel is very interesting. It's at ESC Albania, the Twitter handle. So this is what they're saying. It's a very naive statement to make. I guess you can make that case saying it's only a song festival, but the reality is it's not. Otherwise, it would just be played on the radio. If you purely just focus on that, you'll lose out. You need to take everything into consideration. Whether or not it's right, it's a different story, but it is a reality. It's a visual contest as well. Let's see a few questions. Are you going to react to the songs of Spain, or are you going to wait until the 10 finalists are announced? I'm trying to get that done, Lek, but I have so many things to do in my thing. I know there's France out there, there is Hungary out there. I have to see Spain. I'll try to get it done before, but don't hold me to it. I did one video today about the Cyprus news. I'm doing this one tonight. I'm going to do 2 live streams tomorrow, which, by the way, stick around for tomorrow. We're going to do our regular Matitude at 1900 Central European Time. Consider this the pre-show for the Albanian Festivali, Kenges, and we're also going to discuss some of the news. My buddy Calvin is going to join me, so we're going to have a little bit more of a diverse opinions rather than just me. And then afterwards, we're going to have, of course, Festivali, Kenges, and I will be online again. That's how dedicated I am. My friends may be a little pissed, but who cares? I'll be back to normal after Festivali, Kenges. Okay, what do you think about the return of Il Volo to Sanremo? I peed a little when I found out. I love Il Volo. I want them to win. I don't know their song, so we got to be honest. I don't know if they're going to Eurovision, though, because they have a huge tour schedule, right, in Asia. Would they cancel it and just focus on Eurovision? That would surprise me. Okay. So we have to wait and see. But I would love for him to come back. I love them, love them, love them. The Sara gives more importance to the music, is what Eurovision Albania is saying. So they're saying I guess there's a competition. It's all about the music, not the show. Welcome to 2018 or 19 almost. That's not how the real world in Eurovision works. But I get the notion. I get the idea behind it. But not what's happening right now. Let's see. Some people saying some of the performances are already on YouTube, so check them out. What's the Twitter again? Somebody is asking. The Twitter handle is at ESC Albania. It's super easy. It's the official Twitter account of Eurovision Albania. Follow us on Instagram, blah, 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 blah. So ESC Albania is the Twitter handle. I'll keep refreshing them. There's another new tweet that just came. It says, I'm going to read it. Clotilda Jura says that the performances are important, but that the songs are much more important. It should be about closing your eyes and listening to the songs. Okay, I want to go to Albania and strangle all of them or smack more sense into them. I get that. It's a wonderful thing to say, like, it should be all about the music and we live in the real world. That's not how it works. You need to take so many things into consideration. Even Portugal understood that in 2017, right? Salvador. Yes, he said music is not fireworks. I get that. But they still came together and put a smart staging together. Him being in the audience, surrounded by people with that beautiful backdrop. So that all helped as well. You need to have the whole package. So Albania, listen to me. Or listen to everyone else. It's not just me, right? Tell me it's not just me. But again, hashtag only in Albania. Okay, so Francesco Gabbani will be in Sanremo as well. Francesco Gabbani loved his song. Loved his song. It was so clever. Yes, he didn't do as well as people thought he would, but who cares? It was still an amazing song. I love it. Hopefully, he can come up with something similar in Sanremo, but we'll go from there. Yeah, results in a few minutes. So technically, the result show ends in a minute. So they have about 30 seconds to give us the results. Hashtag not going to happen. Next, Eurovision Albania says Clinty jokes about Dylan's coat, while Clotilda, those names are funny, says to Dylan, you remind me of a World War II soldier. Ooh. Albania has a unique sense of humor. Let's leave it that way. Let's see. Next question. Jordan, what are you doing here, my friend? Great to see you hard at work. I wasn't able to catch the show. How was Mirud and Aurel? They are by far my favorites. They are both... Okay, Mirud, Jordan, I'm not sure if you saw Mirud last night. He wasn't good, right? He was vocally off. He improved a lot today. He wasn't quite there yet. His voice was too low in the beginning, but he really picked it up at the end. And his big notes were good, and he deserves to qualify, and he should do well. And your other one, I forgot. Aurel. Aurel was... I love Aurel. Love Aurel. Fantastic singer. He did fantastic. He put everything in it, and if the juries don't put them through, then they're not going to put him through. There's not much I can do, but I would be really mad. Nikolai. I don't know how you say thank you in Denmark. In Danish. But really appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Do you have a favorite entry from Denmark? Nikolai. So go, let's see if I can grab it right now. I cannot go into my YouTube account right now because I'm doing the live stream, but I did a reaction video to Denmark where I react from all songs from 1956 to 2018. So just search ESC United Denmark and watch it, and you can see which songs I liked the best. And they have a lot of good ones. I love Denmark at Eurovision. I love Denmark, the old school Denmark in particular. Nothing against the new ones, of course. You had a little bit of a drought for a while, but I love Denmark at Eurovision, and check it out, because I would have to see the list right now. I don't even know by heart, but check it out. Thank you again for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The results are being announced. Okay. Keep in mind, my chat is about 30 seconds behind what you see, so what I say right now, you'll hear 30 seconds later. Results. Karma is through by Dylan. I guess? I gotta go to the channel of Eurovision Albania. I don't know if he's out or in. So I only heard Dylan Karma. Is he through? Is he out? Or do they just mention his name? Only in Albania. Okay, so I keep an eye out on all the stuff that's happening on social media. Those that speak the language will know better what's going on. Somebody is screaming Mirud is out on Twitter. I cannot confirm that, peeps. I cannot confirm that, so take it with a grain of salt. If that is true, that would shock me. It's just one random person, but somebody with the Albanian flag in their Twitter handle said Mirud is out. WTF. That would be a big WTF. Everyone else is equally confused on the page right now. Can anyone confirm in the chat if Mirud is really out? I have like 2 different windows open just to check social media. but nothing is going on. So we have to wait and see. But that would be definitely a shocker, and I don't know what the juries were thinking. Maybe they just really thought that his vocals weren't good. Oh, we have the finalists, people. It's Jonida, it's Artemisa and Phoebe, Lida, Marco and Imbro, Orgesa, Boykin, Elton, Eliza, Gergi, Sony. She is through. Clinty, Alabar Bent, Dilan, Iranda. Those are the 14 qualifiers. So let's go through them real quick and discuss it. I'm going to turn off this stupid chat and get rid of this. Okay, let's go for them real quick. So, in running order of the night, the first song, Junida Maliki, is through. She is going to perform again. Artemisa and Phoebe, the song that was initially sent through last minute because they replaced a withdrawal, they are through. Mirud Nene is out. Mirud is not going through. That is the shocker of the night. I cannot believe it. Claudiana Vata. Did I see her name on there? I don't even remember. I don't think she's through either. Claudiata? She is out. Outsy out. Wow. Lydia Luffy is through. That is not a surprise. That is a surprise to me. I don't see what the jury saw in that one. Marco and Imbro are through. I'm thrilled with Layla. Deserved it absolutely. Orgesa Saimi is through. Very happy about that. Ilona Islamai, in her nightgown. Did I see her name? Ilona. I don't see it. I think she's out. Correct me if I'm wrong. Boykin Lako is in. I guess one of the traditional songs made it through. Elton Data is through. So they go for the old-fashioned songs. And it's all about the music. Your music. Eliza Huxa and her Peng song is through. She is moving on. Gierke Laka is through. They're sending all the old fashions one through. Q-Tim Prodani with Babella is not through. So that one is out. Tawali, you will be very upset. I think Babella, if I'm not mistaken, is out. Aurel Tilimi. Tejuati. Oh, he's out. Aurel is out. I am pissed. You guys have to correct me. I'm not checking the chat right now. I'm just going for the list right now. Sony Milai, she is through. Thank the Lords. Lorella Sedini with Vetmi. I think she's out. I don't see her name either. Correct me if I'm wrong. Clint is through. Deserving. Fully, he sent it well. Alarbent is through. All right. Good for him. Kelly, I don't see him on the list. He is out. Dilan Reka is through. No surprise here. Iranda Lipova, she did make it through even with that stupid version. She knew probably. And Bruno. Oh man, Bruno is out. Bruno is out as well. Whew. So, here's the situation. Let's talk this through real quick, the results. I see a lot of reactions in the chat. Jordan, I'm not happy either, by the way. This is a few surprises. Every result comes with surprises, especially in Albania. The fact that they did not put Mirut through is a shocker. I would love to hear their comment, the reasons for it. They can maybe point at his fairly shaky vocals. But the song was there, and he didn't perform it horribly, and he was better tonight. So I think that was a completely missed opportunity sending him through. He deserved at least the finals. And I think the majority of y'all will agree with that. So this is crazy. People saying these old men are very famous in Albania. Fame should not be a deciding factor. I agree with you, Andrew. They are famous, but did they have the strongest song? I'm sure they have a market, but the jury's I feel as some of these songs should have gone through. I'm not saying none of them should have gone through, but they pushed almost all of them through. So it seems a little odd. I do was I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought because Mirud and Aurel are out. Two shockers, two big shockers that were both in my top five. And I thought they had both beautiful songs. I don't know what they were thinking. And I hope the televoters have a big say tomorrow and send some of the bangers through now. I was saying, just focus on the new dancey songs, but it seems as they were trying to maybe not make them win. So hopefully they're going for it. Like I'm saying, I love Bruno's song and I like the way the favorite was killed, but I know he doesn't deserve to qualify. Your favorite? Yeah, it's how it goes sometimes, right? It sucks, but that's life. And I know there are a lot of emotions probably with people right now. Plus, we don't even know who won, right? But if even your favorite doesn't even make it to the grand finals, it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. I get it. I've been doing this for many years now. And you would think by now I'm used to it. But I'm not. I get emotional every time. I'm like, this is BS. But yeah. People are pointing out it's either Janita or Sani. It really comes down to does anyone know here? I'm going to pay attention to how the final vote will be determined, how much the juries have a say, and how much the televote has to say, because televote usually has a very small say. Interestingly enough, Marud, one of the favorites who was just eliminated, said that he thinks that either Janita, Sony, or Ogesa should win. Those are his three favorites. Interesting, huh? So hopefully it seems like he's a gracious non-qualifier. He's not a loser. I'm not going to call him a loser because not qualifying doesn't mean he's a loser. It's just how it goes. He's a winner because he impressed so many people. And I know I sound like this wow, 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 Miss America kind of answer, but I truly believe it because music, it's a music contest. It's a music competition. I get that. But in the end, the music will move on. It will survive, even though it's not going to be at Eurovision. You get to listen to it over and over again, and now you discovered Marud and his music. So it's not a losing situation. So that's why I think that. That's all I'm saying. And Bruno thinks that Janita should win. So Janita has a lot of fans. That is very interesting. So Matthew Andrews is asking, is there a televote tomorrow? I think there is. I can tell you in previous years, at least last year, I think the televote was one set of jury votes. So they didn't account for too much, but they had somewhat of a say, and I'm hoping they're going to be 50% at least now. But if they're going to do it like they did in previous years, it's mostly the juries that'll decide. So hopefully they're not going to mess this thing up. So, so many opinions here right now. I'm trying to point out a few. It's late here. It was fun doing the results on camera right now. I did not see that coming. So, Mirut needed to win, though, Dennis. Sorry, not Denise. Dennis. He should have at least qualified. That is the bare minimum that should have happened, right? Bennett F is saying, I hope so freaking much that Sony will win tomorrow. It would be a fantastic winner. I'm getting Fuego kind of vibes, but not a copycat. Not a copycat. Alec M is rooting for Ogesa and Janita. Totally worthy winners. Not much to complain here. Tasha Lu says, I think the public should vote in the semifinal. Jurors have too much power. I agree. Albania's Festivali Këngës is behind the times. And this is common knowledge to the rest of us, right? Albania is a different animal, and Festivali Këngës is not just a Eurovision national final. Festivali Këngës has been around for many, many years, for 57 years, as a matter of fact. That's why it's FIK 57, right? So they have been doing this since the early 60s then, right? And they weren't in Eurovision back then. They only joined in 2004. So this goes beyond Eurovision. So we cannot just look at it as a national final in the traditional sense, like Melodie Festivalen or like the Destination Eurovision in France. Do you know what I mean? Lukas Gornitska is saying, I'm rooting for a Lara band, but they need to up the staging. Exactly. I'm glad they're through. And I don't know how many changes they can make to the staging at this point. I think they do because it's Albania. They do whatever they want anyway. So, wait. Eurotowally eliminated. Too bad. Yes, it is eliminated. Did my Boykin qualified, right? Oh, wait. Da, 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 da. Let me bring up the list. Boykin is through. Yes, he is through. So at least you got that for you going. Like M is saying, I'm only upset about Nete Kete Kalimatari. I'm surprised about that one. That should have gone through as well. I thought that was good. And Bruno. Yeah, Bruno, I'm very sad as well. There are a few songs that I'm sad about. But that how the cookie crumbles, right? Okay, so, man. I will miss Lorela, though. Yes, we'll miss a lot of songs. It was, and this is the good thing. I mean, I know this is like glass half full me talking right now, but think of it this way. Often with Festivali Kenges, they have like maybe 3, 4 good songs. This year was one of the best years in God knows how long, at least since I've been watching it. And the fact that there are people so upset that certain songs didn't qualify kind of is a good indication that this was a good year. That's not all the songs could go through. And I'm going to be your therapist for today, but I'm going to do the tough love. Suck it up. No, here's the thing. You have to get used to it. You're going to watch all these national finals, and guess what? Your favorites, probably 7 or 8 out of 10 times, will lose. It comes with the territory at Eurovision. It sucks. But the beauty about it as well, right? You just got to come to terms with that. But now we have a little bit of time, less than 24 hours though, to marinate over the results and see what is in store for tomorrow. I'm really curious to find out whether or not they're going to make changes. I'm pretty sure they are, now that I'm thinking about it, because I feel as tonight they had all these guest singers with them that probably tomorrow will disappear. That would be my guess. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? You never know, because only in Albania, right? Only in Albania. It's too funny. Planet X, the clown juries vote for these old singers because they are friends. All the juries who vote there are chosen especially by the festival and the team. It's been like that since always, sadly. I can see that these singers are very popular in Albania, right? And they are associated with the act. It's silly because here's the thing, and this is, to me, coming from America where we have President Trump and all that stuff that's happening with interest, conflict of interest. When you have the artistic director taking part in the contest, how is that even possible? Conflict of interest. Conflict of interest, people. No one would dare to eliminate him. It makes no sense whatsoever. So it seems a little weird. When you're associated with the contest, whether as a director or composer, you cannot be on the jury. You cannot be on the jury. I need to say that really loud into the microphone so everyone can hear it. It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I didn't even think of that. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes no sense when it comes to the jury votes. Man. Skylights ESC says, how do you manage to keep your sanity during things like this for real? I vent a lot on Twitter. I was actually I really had like a little, I said it on Twitter, a little Festivali Kenges meltdown earlier during the stupid ventriloquist moment where they had that lady do like ventriloquism for like 5 hours. And I'm like, I can't. I need to punch a puppy. I was so exhausted at that point. I'm like, no one's going to be around to talk right now. So I just love doing it. That's the honest answer, though. And it's you guys that really make it fun. And that's why I'm doing. Although I'm really sweating right now because I've been talking a lot. And I agree with what Blonde Boy just said. Let's not jump to conclusions about how Albania will do in 2019 until we get a winner and see the performance. Peace out. I think this is a beautiful way to end this live stream. Number 1, we don't know what song is going to win. Number 2, we don't know the revamp. Albania can make or break a song by doing the revamp. We've seen great revamps and some disappointing ones. In addition to that, we don't even know Albania's competition. We don't even know a single song. So Albania will be the first one to choose one, and there's still going to be 41 competitors. So, no, we won't know. So I think that is a wonderful way to put it. That's why you are the best blonde boy, BC. Let's wait and see. And I know emotions run high right now with me, Root, and some other favorites being gone. But there are some good songs still in the running. Don't forget about that. There's still some. Sony could really slay. She could absolutely do well. And there are other ones that really like. I can't forgot the names right now of them. Not Junida. What's her name? Is it Junida? Yeah, Junida Maliki. She can slay. I love Artemisa's song now. Really high up in my ranking. And Layla, I think, is highly underappreciated. But that's just me. That is just my opinion. I want to thank you, everyone, for staying up this late with me. Again, if you want to be back tomorrow, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're done so, because we're going to talk a lot. Tomorrow as well, we're going to have our stream Matitude at 19 p.m., 7 p.m. Central European time, where we're going to go over some of the news of the week with Calvin and myself and just analyze Festivali, Kenges real quick. And then we're going to be back tomorrow night again for the results show. So after we have a winner, we will be back, Calvin and I, and discuss it for a few minutes. So that's how dedicated I am to the Eurovision Song Contest and to you guys. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good night or have a good day wherever you are. Bye-bye.